like you guys, came out with a level of focus and in the third quarter. What were some of the adjustments that you made at halftime, and how what was your reaction to Rudy's performance, especially in the second half?
Well, I thought we came out, frankly, Tony, with a good focus at the beginning of the game as well. Anytime you play a team that, when you build a little bit of a lead, they're gonna raise their level. Rudy did what he does. He protected the rim and did a great job of staying spaced. I think our spacing tonight was as good as it's been in a long time. And as a result, you saw the ball move. And I don't know how many assists we had, but it seemed like the ball was pinging around. And, that's a good formula for us.
Eric Walden, Salt Lake Tribune.
Quinn, it seems like on a night like tonight, you got a lot of kind of good balanced performances from everyone, whether it's Royce, grabbing 9 boards, or Rudy and Mike with double doubles, or Joe kind of taking over in the third quarter. How important is it for everyone to kind of not overreact to not having Donovan, but to also like simultaneously kind of find a way to fill that void?
Well, I mean, that's who we are when we have Donovan. That's who our team is. It can be different guys at different times. Obviously, Donovan's that guy a lot of times, but he's had plenty of games where, he's had high assist games and different guys are getting shots. And, we're just trying to take what the defense gives us. And I think that's the key for our team, is to really to read and react to how we're being played. We didn't have as many threes tonight as far as attempts go. But I think at one point, midway through the fourth quarter, every maybe but one shot that we took was either a three or was in the deep paint. So if we're able to play that way, those are high percentage plays, and that requires us to be connected, and that's what we want. No matter who's on the court, no guy's going to play 48 minutes. So that's who we are, collectively.
Sarah Todd, Deseret News.
Quinn, has there been anything specific that Rudy's been doing to his free throw shot, or what kind of work has he been doing on that?
I think it's ongoing, it's something he spends a lot of time on. And I think even there's been some games with he's had some early misses in a game, and, he's managed to kind of work through that. One of the things that he consistently does, and I don't know all the exact numbers, but he makes them late and he makes them when they count. And, that shows the work that he's put in and the confidence that he has in himself on the line.
Ben Anderson, KSLSports.com.
Quinn, it seems like Jordan's bounced back really well from his injury. I'm sure it's not the ideal way to get rest, but is it just time away from the game? Is it time watching from the sideline? What do you think helps even when you're, not ideally 100%?
Yeah, there's value to it. Even if you're recovering from an injury, there's other things that you're doing, that lets your body heal and regenerate and find juice. And as you said, it's maybe not the ideal way to have that happen, but it's certainly a silver lining a lot of times, particularly if it's handled right. The biggest thing is sometimes you lose your conditioning, but there's other ways to address that, without putting pressure, on whatever your particular injury is. In his case, his ankle.
Last question, David James, KUTV.
Quinn, you've now seen a few of these little mini-series where you play a team twice in 3 games. Does that lead to better basketball? Do guys get more dialed in on the opponent? It minimizes the travel. What do you think of these?
I haven't really overthought it, to be honest with you, David. I think a lot of these games, it's hard to compare. Like the last game, we didn't have, Rudy, Fave, Mike, or Donovan. And this game we did. So every game's a little bit different. I will say that the travel component, is real. And to be able to stay in a market, and have a day, especially, with the situation we're in right now. Oftentimes if you get in late and you still have to get up, you've got 4 hours, 5 hours to sleep before you can get up and test. And then to try to go back to bed and get rest is really difficult. So to the extent that you eliminate that travel, I think it does help. And I think it helps in particular right now with what we're going through.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate your time.
Thanks.